Hello and welcome to the most hated show in the black corner of the internet. I'm your host, the whiteologist, Mr. Blows Your Mind, and this is Black Minds News. Black Minds News is to report, articulate, transmit, communicate, insinuate, develop, investigate, unveil, decode, spread the news, whether it's by news, video, websites, or quotes from publications. As I articulate this information, I ask that the creator of the universe be here, heart, soul, mind, and spirit, because why? The truth don't need no partner. As a descendant of the greatest people who created this place that we call the United States, we, the foundational black Americans, the bloodline, the historical lineage, the historical people known as slaves, we who call ourselves BADOS, Black American descendant of slaves. Some say Black African descendant of slaves. Others say ADOS, which is American descendant of slaves. We, the today children, offspring, and present generation, we give honor to our ancestors. And you know what my motto of the show is? I'm never going to tell you what I heard. I'm only going to tell you what I know. All right. Today's date is August 19, 2019. I'll go to this story that's happening over in Gary, Indiana. Did you hear? Young brother coming from a night out, kind of the weekend of your birthday. You know how that goes. You extend it, your birthday come, and you try to drag it out. If it get closer, like a Thursday, Friday, take it all the way through to Sunday to Monday. Sunday, right? So this individual that we're about to talk about came back after being with his baby mama, a couple friends with him, went and partied a little bit. Then one thing led to another, and somehow, man, they ain't existing anymore. What happened? Well, came encounter with our Mr. Officers. Mr. Officer. And so, we're going to take this story here and let me lay out all that took place. You tell me what you think. Again, this is the most hated show on the black corner of the internet. This is Black Minds News, and stay tuned for this broadcast. Hey, how's y'all doing? Once again, it's your host, Mr. Blows Your Minds, and this is Black Minds News Report. Today's date is August the 19th, 2019. First and foremost, want to say what's good to my fam, subscribers, old and the new ones. What's good, fam? Glad y'all can click over here, come to see what's going on here on Black Minds News. Mr. Blows Your Mind personally want to thank each and every one of you for doing your clicking, for your duty or what you do. Thank you first and foremost. Passerbys, if you should happen to pass by, happen to see the thumbnail, happen to see the title that might have grabbed your attention, welcome to the most hated show in the black corner of the internet. I'm your host, Mr. Blows Your Mind, and this is Black Minds News. We welcome you over here. This is the most hated show on the black corner of the internet for the reason we used to could get 275,000 views. That's 250,000, 50,000, 30,000, you name it. I was once getting them. Hey, some people say, well, maybe it's because of the transition. No, it had nothing to do with that because, again, if people like what you were doing, they're going to come back anyway, right? Unless you're going to say that was a viral video. But anyway, so been in the business for 7 years. As of 2019, I can't get past 100 views. I got 2.9 plus thousand subscribers. With over 700 of them saying, give me the notifications. Let me know when the brother is getting it in. And yet, I can't get 700 views, and you tell me there's no conspiracy over here. Well, anyway, welcome to the most hated show on the black corner of the internet. Go down the aisles. We always got a grand opening over here. See something over here. If you feel some kind of way, you seen something that make you feel some kind of way, remember that the motto of the show is the truth. Don't need no partner. Let's get into this here, right? So again, going to GI, and looks like it's always in the story. It's always prevalent when it deals with us and with police. Again, are we haters of police? No, we're not haters of police. What we are haters of injustice. And that's what some people don't get. Some people like to say, you guys are always complaining. You're always saying, if you guys just comply. Well, even when sometimes you comply, things still seem to go awry. Isn't that the word that they awry? Sometimes things just don't go the way you would think that if you did it, it goes copacetically. It's, flows. No problem. You do this, you do that, they do this, they do that, and you on about your long head. So what happens when a situation turns deadly based on, maybe a misunderstanding of the situation, right? Maybe it's a misunderstanding of the situation. Maybe from the perspective, again, there's one person looking at it from their view and person from another view. Maybe the other person understood it to be that way. Now what? Hold on.
The Gary, Indiana Police Department's only confirming that the shooting didn't take place.
You coming on anyway? You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Put that on you. I'm sorry about that, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I might be doing what it want to do. I ain't probably doing that. So anyway, you would assume that's the way things go. It's like, hey, we're doing it and that's the way it's supposed to go, right? So let me go ahead and say, what happens if this is with you, right? Let me show you this, right? See, that's what my man we're going to talk about there, right? It says, family demands answers after Gary man killed an officer-involved shooting. And you know I'm going to say that again. Family demands answers after Gary man killed an officer-involved shooting. Now, again, I got to go give you the story. Wouldn't be right, so I'm going to let you see that there, and let me go and give you what it says here, right? Now, it says that, matter of fact, let me do that last. Should I do that last? How about I do this? Let's do this. Let me go ahead and give you the visuals. Right, let me go ahead and give you the visuals. I think everything should be set up here. And let me give you the story, the backdrop, and then we'll be right back. Let me go ahead and do this. Let's hit it.
Underway after a deadly police shooting early this morning in Gary. CBS 2's Jeremy Ross is live at the scene tonight with more on how it all happened. Jeremy?
And Jim, police telling us the shooting happening in this area right around 3 in the morning. Not a lot of details at this point in time, but this investigation is really just beginning. It's in the early stages. Now, the Gary Police Department issuing a statement, reading in part that everything began during a traffic stop early this morning. Cops saying that it was in the area of East 23rd Avenue and Kentucky Street where at least one officer used deadly force. The Lake County Coroner's Office telling us 25-year-old Rashard Cunningham died of gunshot wounds, adding he was pronounced dead around 4:30 in the morning. Gary police saying no officers were injured during this incident, but it is unclear what led to the police shooting or what prompted the original traffic stop. While not confirmed by police, one neighbor believes that there could have been an exchange of gunfire, saying Part of his house was shot up.
It makes me want to move because I got 2 children. And there's bullet holes on the side, so I don't know where that came from.
It makes me feel very scared because I have a 3-month-old baby, and the bullets could have went anywhere. Could have came over to our house, our neighbor's house. So it's just pretty dangerous, and I don't really feel safe in a neighborhood like that.
The Gary Police Department telling us that this investigation is being taken up by the Lake County Sheriff's Department, and of course, this is ongoing. Live in Gary, Jeremy Ross, CBS 2 News. Jim.
Jeremy, thank you.
All right, so that's giving you a little bit of details of what's going on there, right? So I was probably getting another part there, but it seems to be, I don't got a lot of stuff going on. So here, go check this out. I'll be right back.
Information has been released about this police-involved shooting. We know the Lake County Sheriff's Department has taken over the investigation. The Cunningham family has now hired a lawyer in hopes of getting answers from police.
Tonya Simmons getting strength where she can find it. Her 25-year-old son, Rashard Cunningham, was shot and killed by Gary police early Saturday morning in front of his home at East 23rd in Kentucky. Police say it happened while they were conducting a traffic stop.
I want to know why'd you kill my son. I want to know what measures made that happen.
Heather Fox is the mother of his youngest child. She says she sent this letter today to Gary Mayor Karen Freeman Wilson, demanding to view any police video of this shooting.
They're not telling me nothing at all. They're not saying nothing.
Cunningham leaves behind 5 children, including a 1-year-old.
For them to, not answer any questions is not fair to me. It's not fair to his family. It's not fair to his children.
The family is now being represented by civil rights lawyer Andrew Strope. He says the family doesn't believe the narrative given by police.
He was in the front of his house, parked in a car, when, according to 2 eyewitnesses, the police approached the car and, without any provocation by Rashard, shot 5 to 6 shots into the vehicle, tragically killing Rashard Cunningham.
Witnesses say Cunningham did have a gun on his lap during that encounter with police, but they say he was not reaching for it at the time. They also add he had a permit to carry that gun.
Family demands answers after Gary man killed an officer-involved shooting. You know I'm going to say that again. Family demands answers after Gary man killed an officer-involved shooting. Story's coming to ABC 7. And says that Gary police still haven't released details about an officer-involved shooting that left 25-year-old Rashard Cunningham dead Saturday, but his loved ones are speaking out. Gary, Indiana. A Northwest Indiana family is demanding answers from police after officers shot and killed a man outside his home. Gary police still haven't released details about an officer-involved shooting that left 25-year-old Rashard Cunningham dead Saturday, but his loved ones are speaking out. The Gary Police Department has only confirmed that a police-involved shooting took place at around 3 a.m. Saturday, while on duty officers and conducting a traffic stop. The shooting occurred near East 23rd Avenue and Kentucky Street, according to Gary Police Lieutenant Don Westerfield. No officers were injured in the shooting, Westerfield said. Cunningham girlfriend Heather Fox said she was with him a few hours before he was fatally shot. We were at a club together last night, dancing, everything was fine, Fox said. He walked me to the car, told me he loved me. I told him to call me when he gets home. He never called me. David Nuns, a friend, said that he was with Cunningham the morning he died. He said that police didn't conduct a traffic stop. Nunn said that he was parked in front of Cunningham's home, dropping him off after a night out. Cops drive down the street, shines the light on us. We ask why he's doing that. This is his house, Nunn says. The cops ask us for IDs. I was getting mine out. As he was walking up, we're getting ours out. He must have seen the gun on his lap, which he had a permit for. He wasn't reaching for it or nothing. The cop opened fire. Cop said guns fired 5 or 6 times. Cunningham doesn't have a felony criminal record. ABC 7 is working to confirm whether Cunningham had a valid concealed carry permit. Fox, the mother of Cunningham's youngest child, said she's seen him show the documents on more than one occasion. Every time we get pulled over, he informs the police that he has a gun in the car. He never reaches for it, asks them permission to give them the gun, shows them his gun permit. He never has a problem with that. They never gave him a chance to show the permit. They just shot him, Fox said. Lake County Sheriff Office will conduct an investigation into what happened. The office and Gary police haven't yet responded to ABC 7's request for more information on the circumstance of the man's death. All right, so that is the laying the groundwork so that you heard it from those sources. Now, again, they say they're still in the early stages of a incident that happened on Saturday, probably like the 17th. Young man named Rashard Cunningham, 25 years old, just turned 25 according to the story, right? He just turned 25 and had been out with friends and, acquaintances and baby mama. And after leaving that event, exchange between those two, got in with his buddy that you see on the screen there. I think his name is Nunez, right? Nunes. I think his name is Nunes. And so he's driving him home, Rashard Cunningham home. So I guess they get at the place of 23rd, East 23rd in Kentucky. And so, according to what was said there, it said that the police came, shine lights on them, but they was kind of like parked in front of the house. Maybe they were still conversing or something, right? Police come. Now, again, as I was saying in the intro, a lot of people will hear, well, if you just comply, these situations wouldn't happen. And I'm going to show you another loophole that sometimes they're going to say, and then again, you have to be, as a black person, hear me well, you as a black person out here and try to go in a way that, again, when you understand the history of about guns in this country, and again, historical, if you BADOS, ADOS in this land, guns were never supposed to be in your hands. No way. Let's say that again. Guns was never supposed to be in your hand. No how. They made laws restricting for you to even have guns. And if anybody who sold you guns, they shut them down and would incarcerate them. Right? So here you are in the modern day where they say you can have conceal and carry. Right? And you go through the process to fill out for an FOID card, get the concealed carry permit, and you got your thing with you. Now, the word is concealed. All right, that's where the technicality gonna be at, y'all. The technicality is in the word to conceal, right? Think about that. Just think about that for a quick second. Concealed. Now, if the gun would have been concealed, bruh might be alive. Do you agree? Do you agree? And I'm not trying to condone what took place, but the man you see on the screen says something that actually, I don't know, he told the truth, right? He told the truth. And by him saying that, you know, as time go on, you know, we'll do the follow-up. But let me say what conceal means, or give you all the words for you who may not understand that. So, you know, conceal means to hide, cover, secrete, ensconce. Look that up. Same thing it means conceal, though. Shelter, catch, bury, tuck away, keep out of sight, keep in the background, disguise, camouflage, keep secret, keep dark, keep it all in, keep quiet about, hush up, hugger mugger. It must be an old term. Hugger mugger. Cover up, keep the lid on, dissemble, cloud, befog, screen, mask, cloak, obscure, veil, curtain, enshroud, keep in the shade or the dark. Now, you have a better understanding what concealed means. And as I was doing this thought, I thought about it, I said, damn, the technicality. That's a technicality. Because the man on your screen said that he had it on where? His lap. And so when the police pull up on you and gun in your lap and he see it, as he even said, they already, you know, nervous, right? And they see that. It's too late to say, I got to conceal because I see gun first. Gun should have been concealed. Not out. Now, again, I know he probably getting out to maybe going to the house, right? It was just a bad situation. And I feel bad for the family. But that technicality is just where they're going to hide it. Y'all know this. So, again, you got concealed carry and all that. And you can have gun. You can have that thing on you. You got to be more extra to the T to that law than maybe other people do it, because other people probably wouldn't have it like that. No way. You know what I'm saying? Once that light shine on you, probably put that gun up anyway. And if they would have found it, be like, oh yeah, I got it. Yeah, that's my gun. I had to put it up under there. It's not on you. It's not in the open, as you hear what the word conceal mean. But to have it in his lap and then talking about you want to show, you gave the officer the discretion, whether he did it with intent or not, or was it just the fact that he was shocked and he responded, might have cost you your life, brother. And anybody else who might be hearing me, listen to me. You understand that, right? If you got that concealed carry, which they very sparingly give to any of us, it says concealed, not brandish, not to be in view of sight, to intimidate. Because even the girlfriend said many times that they'd been pulled over, he would tell them he got it. Then he would show his ID and it would never be a problem. So this case, it wasn't concealed. Wrong place, wrong time for this to take place. He gun up. But see, my man still sitting there standing before you. Ain't nothing happened to him. I can't believe this. That one cop was just shooting. What about the other side? And what if he miss him? Can he shoot you? You the driver, right? So, you know, it's a tragic loss. And, you know, the family wants to get to the bottom of it. And I'll, you know, again, they said no details have been released. Say it was a routine traffic stop is what they said. Now, again, they have to cover themselves why they pulled them over. Yes, he was in front of his house. Yes, they coming. But my man who driving ain't at his house, right? And so that situation was just one of those mishaps and a situation that I just say, damn. You know what I mean? You do all the right things. And if one thing that you don't do when you playing with this game with them, that's all they need. So, more I'm bringing about this story to give condolence to him and his family. But there's a lesson in here to be learned, and it's a hard lesson. He had valid concealed carry permit, according to what they're saying. Girlfriend, I said every time he been pulled over, he's always had, and there had been no problem. Now he got 5 children, right? And, you know, people living in Gary, seen the one brother was talking about, hey, you got bullet holes in the side of my bed. Them bullets could have came in through my house and killed one of my kids and myself. So I'm not sure where the, you know, parked car was from their house, but damn, I had to ask, was both police officers on the same side? Right? The bullets, if they can. So, again, think about that. Again, maybe I have to go back and look. So, how could bullets from that scene get into hit houses? Were they both shooting? And how my man here ain't get shot? If they shoot from both sides, right? I mean, maybe, or were they both on the same side? Now, according to only one officer shooting. Now, imagine yourself on the side of a passenger side and you standing up on it. If you shooting, I mean, you stand, either you shooting downwards, right? If you shoot across, I would assume a man gonna get popped or your partner gonna get popped, because I'm thinking your partner was probably on the side of the driver on the door. So you understand? So there was some recklessness somewhere at bullets that, unless these are old bullets, you understand? But if that not be the case, there was some wild recklessness, and I don't know how you even still sitting there, my man. You understand? You got lucky. So he said 5 to 6 shots. I don't know why it took so many. If he ain't got gun in hand, it's just in his lap. But you know, nervous, scared, and just letting loose. Make sure the enemy of the threat is dead. No way to get that. So again, they say the training ain't about impairing you, it's about laying you out. So us knowing that, we got to understand, if you're going to be out here and you playing that game, concealed carry and all that, and you're in that situation, you better make sure everything, every dot, every I, every letter cross, every period, you understand? Because all they need is opportunity. Now, whether that was what his intent was, we were never going to be able to know that. But the opportunity was there. And if any one of us was in the position, and again, they deal with that on a daily basis, he see gun, he just start firing. Shoot first, ask questions last. I want to be last man standing. You get it? So, kind of a sad situation that the brother had to lose his life based on the simple fact of a technicality. And that's the way I'm looking at it, as a technicality, that he had his weapon in his lap. Now, maybe he pulled it out because he was going into the house, or he just had it on the lap while he was riding and everything was going to be cool, not thinking that police was going to pull you over. But that move in itself, unbeknownst to him, that's what cost him his life. And that's what they're going to use, right? They're going to use that. Because, again, the word is concealed. So, again, the reason I'm using this as a lesson to be taught for those who might hear, remember that. Conceal. Or you got it, but you better put it away before they see it. Right? You know what I'm saying? Then explain, I got it, and this is where it said you want to see it, or that, right? But they can't walk up to the car and you got it where they can see, and they see that first. They ain't trying to have no question. Well, what's that? They just bucking. Bow, bow, bow. You understand? Then after the smoke clear, you dead? All right. Oh, what in the damn? It was a cell phone. Oh, matter of fact, back in the old days, remember that? Cornbread. Cornbread. Remember Cornbread? Cornbread, the hooper. Remember Cornbread was out there shooting rocks, everything. He was kind of a star. Everybody knew who Cornbread was. One day, you know, he always go to the corner store, right? Corner store bought him what? He bought him an orange soda, right? This day he going there, it's raining like a motherfucker outside, right? He go, Popo chasing somebody else that had something similar on that Cornbread had on. Cornbread leave up out the store, got bottle in his hand with the bag. My man cut, kind of went the same direction, but then cutting in another cut, but Popo didn't see that. See Cornbread, they see bag, he finna pull a bag, I start drinking, they blocked him. Cornbread dead on the assumption that he thought he had a gun. They killed Cornbread, y'all. Y'all ain't seen that movie? Go check that movie out if you ain't never seen it. But that's what he brandished. And again, I'm not saying that the situation was they was after chasing somebody, but the point was the gun was there. And it's a damn shame that brother lost his life for 5 children that need him. And last thing he was thinking, he was trying to do everything by the book. But some technicality in that allowed that situation to happen. So you have to be very mindful when you out here doing what you doing. Because that's all it takes. Air and opportunity. Let me say it again. Air and opportunity. Oh, man. So let me go ahead and do this. Let me do this and come back after this, man. All right. Well, again, my condolences from Black MINDZ News goes out to the Cunningham family. Sorry to see that you lost your son, ma'am, your father, your lover, your friend. It's one of them situations, man. You can do all the right things, and one little mistake makes the difference between living and dying. I mean, that's what they say, right? 1,000 ways to die and only one way to live. Matter of fact, probably more than 1,000 ways when you really think about it. So it's a tragic loss. Some people might look at the police and say, hey, but again, here an opportunity. And so, Black MINDZ News using this as a teaching moment and to relate a story. Again, I want to thank each and every one of you for your participation. Remember, when you see one another, what's good, brother? What's good, sister? If you can't do that much, at least give that universal nod. Better remember, take all this jealousy, hatred, envy, spite out your ass and understand we is all we got. Understand those with the uniforms of the team you're on. Yes, there's allies. Yes, you got allies. But what's important is ask your allies these questions. When shit get hot, are you still gonna be in the frying pan with me? Ask them another question. You ever heard of John Brown? Is John Brown real to you, or is that just some fictitious story that you heard of that might be a myth? Understand that there's some out here who are looking for our demise. And also that we have to stay vigilant, mindful, cautious, in high spirit. Because as Dr. King has said, we got some difficult days ahead. And lackadaisical is not one of them. You can't be. Got to talk to your children. You got to talk to your family members. Right? Understand dotting them I's and crossing them T's, whatever it is that you're doing. Give nobody no opportunity, because see, sometimes some people can take a no situation into a situation. We're not saying running out here running scared, but we're just saying be mindful, because again, your life is dependent on it. Again, this is Black Minds News with another Black Minds Report. Again, I want to thank everybody. Until the next show, y'all, peace, love. Until the next show, y'all.